It's your boy Salty No Life back again, and today we're going to be talking about one of the upcoming pinnacle weapons in Season of Opulence, the Revoker. It is the new Crucible Pinnacle Weapon. It is a sniper rifle, and it has caused quite a bit of stir and quite a bit of drama within the online communities, within Twitter, Facebook, even the Bungie forums themselves. There are people on both sides of the fence on a couple things on this weapon, so since it's a very hot topic, I kind of wanted to give everyone my 2 cents on this weapon and on its attainability in particular. Now, let's start off reading the most recent TWAB from Bungie, the This Week at Bungie from May 30th, so just yesterday actually as the time of this video. Now, the Revoker's unique perk is Reversal of Fortune. Missing a shot returns the bullet to the magazine after a short duration. Even the greatest of snipers is not a perfect sharpshooter, and you miss every shot you don't take, really. Revoker is built with a mindset that you should always go for it, but keep in mind that the Reversal of Fortune can only return a single bullet at a time. Along with its unique perk, this sniper has a custom low zoom ambush SLH 25 scope and snapshot for those close quarter battles. Acquiring Revoker will not require reaching Fabled rank in competitive. Players will need to earn 3,500 total glory points, and you do not lose progress when losing a match. So they say 3,500 total glory points. It does not mean you have to hit 3,500 total glory rank, which is actually the mythic rank. You do not even have to reach the Fabled rank at 2,100 glory points. What they're saying is throughout the entirety of the Season of Opulence, you just need to gain a total of 3,500 glory points, which means you can lose as many matches as you need to, as long as you win enough to net you a total earnings of 3,500 total glory points. So technically, you could be at, let's just say, 0 glory, right? You earn 1,000 glory points, and now you're at 1,000. You lose all 1,000 glory points. You're down to 0. You earn another 1,000. That technically puts you at 2,000 total glory points earned so far that season. You're over halfway there. So there's, of course, a lot of players that are excited about this, and some players that are upset about it. Now, the players that are upset about it, I'm sure you can guess, are the hardcore PvP, hardcore competitive community that have chased every single pinnacle weapon down from the Crucible. They have the Mountaintop, they have the Recluse, they have their Luna's Howl, and then they went and hit Legend, and they have their Not Forgotten. It's nice to have certain things in the game, of course, that you can use as a trophy like that, but I believe there's a better way to go about things. I believe there is a way that players can still have their trophies while allowing the rest of the player base to still enjoy a sense of achievement when they go into the Crucible. Pretty much up until the end of each season, the majority of each season, will have players that are basically avoiding the competitive playlist. They might play a match or two and just be like, I'm never playing that again. And it's generally because of the fact that competitive right now is oversaturated with the type of players that many of you would refer to as tryhards, sweaties, nerds, you know. And Bungie seems to be trying to make that more of an approachable environment for everyone, try to give everyone a reason to go into the competitive playlist. And giving everyone a reason to go into the competitive playlist will widen the overall number of players in the competitive playlist, which increases your chances of actually, you know, having a good time and not having an absolute sweat fest and getting stomped if you go in and you're just, you know, wanting to have more of a casual experience. And of course, they call it competitive, so it shouldn't be completely catered to casual players. So of course, it's still going to have that skill involved, but now this is a pinnacle weapon everybody can grind for. And I think they chose the perfect one to start doing this with. When you look at those perks, okay, cool. You know, it's a sniper with snapshot, which is great. There's plenty of snipers with snapshot in the game that you can get depending on the role, you know. There's plenty of snipers with agile zoom scopes that are nice, snappy, have kind of like more of a close quarters feel to them. Um, it really just seems that it just kind of has an improved version of Mulligan rolled onto it. And it does have a timer, so it's not like every single time you miss a shot, it's going to be refunded back to the magazine. It's just within a certain period of time after you've missed a shot, you miss another shot, it gets returned to the magazine. So it'll encourage more players to snipe in general, because they won't feel like, oh, you know, I only spawn with 2 shots in my sniper. I miss one, I'm down to 1 shot already. I miss both, well, now that's basically a weapon I have equipped that I can't really use, and I'm down to my primary unless I pick up a special box or I die, respawn. But it's not even close to as powerful as some of the other Pinnacle weapons. So even though some of you may be saying, okay, great, now we're just going to have even more Pinnacle weapons running around in the Crucible and quick play and everything else. That's true, but it's not like all of a sudden everybody was just handed a Recluse. Everybody was just handed a Not Forgotten. It's not going to be like that. And especially since they are kind of bringing Luna's Howl and Not Forgotten more in line with some of the other Pinnacle weapons, I believe that this will not be a problem. It'll be a positive thing for the community. And we really need the entire community, not just the hardcore player base, to enjoy the game and to have something that they feel like they can attain that is worthwhile from every game mode. Yes, there was a quick play Pinnacle weapon, you know, Redrix's Claymore, and that's great, but it still splits the PvP community in half. And then what ends up happening is, now that it's been so long since some of the other competitive Pinnacle weapons have been out, there's a lot of players who don't even really bother going into competitive anymore. They just play quick play. So you have all of these players in quick play with all of these Pinnacle weapons just beating up on everybody else. So now it's going to have players more spread out. There's going to be players that are in competitive trying to earn their 3,500 total glory to get the sniper. There's going to be players in competitive that are trying to hit legend, and they're going to grind and grind and grind, and their rating's going to go up, and they're going to be separated away from some of the more casual players that are just trying to hopefully win enough matches within their week or two of grinding comp to be able to get this sniper. Because right now, you could be as low as 1k glory, and depending on how many people are online, especially if you're on PC, which has a lower player base, you could be as low as 1k glory and end up against somebody that's 4,500. Obviously, that match isn't going to go well for the guy that's 1k glory. He has no idea what he just got himself into. He's having a bad experience, and he's probably either not going to play competitive again, or it's going to be a long time until he plays it again because of the experience that he just had. So, am I upset that they're making something more easily attainable in the competitive playlist as a competitive player, as someone who prides himself in being pretty decent at the Crucible? No, it doesn't upset me at all. I'm all for more players getting in the Crucible. I want it to be more of an environment where people feel like they can just jump in and have fun. Because sometimes it seems to have lost a bit of its fun factor that it had in Destiny 1, and that's not due to anything as far as the gunplay or the gameplay or anything like that. All of that feels great. It's just the fact that everyone has been kind of scared away from the Crucible by the hardcore player base lately, and it would be nice to see everyone kind of return to the Crucible. So I think this is a step in the right direction. Will it fix everything? No, but it is a good first step for Bungie to take to kind of bring the entire community back together. So if you're someone who is upset about this, ask yourself why. Why wouldn't you want as many people to be in the Crucible as possible? Why would you not want faster match times? Why would you not want everyone to be able to have a chance to earn something nice? as much as some of us hardcore players want it to be, Destiny currently is not an esport and should not currently be treated as such. So if we could all just, take a step back, realize that not everybody plays Crucible 4, 5, 6+ hours a day, and realize that everybody has something different that they're trying to get out of this game, you'll realize that, hey, Bungie is trying to make this game for everyone, not just for one core, like, niche group of players in the Crucible. It's just something to chew over, something to think about. And I'm sure there are plenty of you still, after watching this video, that disagree with me on how easily attainable this weapon is going to be, how it's just more of a time investment, and some players won't have to invest much time at all. Like many of us that play Crucible all the time, that are playing competitive all the time, will probably have this within the first day the season launches. But there are players out there who, even with this being quote-unquote easy to obtain, they'll probably be spending a couple weeks working on it, just because not everyone is at the same skill level. So it will still be challenging for those that wish to challenge themselves by taking a step into the Crucible for the first time in a while, which I think is great. And it may also have an impact on the average skill level across platforms, whether you play on Xbox, PS4, PC. More players playing Crucible, whether it be competitive or quick play all the time, will definitely have an impact on the average skill level of the community. It'll make everyone better, whether you're considering yourself like a elite Hacksaw pro player, or you consider yourself to be kind of new to shooters or new to the platform you're playing on if you just recently switched to PC from console or vice versa. It'll encourage everyone to kind of like get their hands dirty and actually give Crucible a fair chance, because it just seems like the Crucible community has been shrinking and dying, and there's not much else Bungie can do aside from balancing to make it a more welcoming environment. And I think, other than what I mentioned in my last video, problems with the one-eyed mask, which I'm not going to get into right now, they're addressing almost everything else that is currently a problem as far as having too much power compared to other things. So now that there's actually something worthwhile for people to actually go into competitive for, and not just sit there and be like, oh, well, there's no way I'm ever hitting 2100, or oh, there's no way I'm ever hitting legend, they'll have a reason to go in and actually have fun for a little while. Even if they stop playing competitive after they get this sniper, that's still going to be a really fun time while it's happening during those first few weeks of the new season. It's going to be a great time for everyone to just hop in, have fun, and play all these game modes and they never get to play, like Survival and Countdown. How often do many players play that maybe play Crucible but won't get out of quick play? Never. And those are actually incredibly fun game modes. Playing something that requires that much coordination, that much teamwork, something that actually requires you to have a little bit of communication with your team. Even if you go in solo, you might make new friends, you might actually meet new people through your joint struggle, your fighting the other team together. That's how I've actually made quite a few of my friends on PC, and then back when I played this on Xbox, is just, you hop into something, you maybe, well, on console, there wasn't the competitive playlist, but well, at least on D1, that's kind of what I'm referring to, is back when I played D1. But there was Trials and there was LFG, and a lot of my closest Crucible buddies I've met through LFG in the past on D1 on console, and then on D2, going in solo and either typing to my team or using my mic to talk to my team, and you meet some really cool guys in there, and some great people that have a great kind of team mentality, and you can also meet some guys that are just hilarious and fun to play with. And I think this will do a good job of at least bringing the community together a little bit. I know I've said that about 3 times, but that's really the main theme of this video. Don't harp too much on Bungie for this. I think they're just trying to do the right thing, even though they know they're going to get a lot of flack for it. I think they're trying to do what the majority of the community wants, not just the top 2, the top 3% of the community. which when you're developing a game, you're trying to make it for as many people as possible. You're not just making it for the small group that will spend 20 plus hours in the Crucible a week. So with that, I know a lot of it was similar points. Just kind of think about it. And if you disagree with me, or you agree but slightly disagree, or whatever else your viewpoint on it is, please let me know in the comment section below, and we can possibly discuss this, once the new season comes out, and see how fast everybody is attaining this or not. And if you would like to see any other videos on the other Pinnacle weapons that they announced, or if you would like to hear my viewpoint on anything else going on in the game right now, or anything else about to come out, just let me know in the comment section as well. And if you'd like to hit that subscribe button, that would help me out a ton. Well, anyways, Guardians, I will see you in the Crucible, and stay salty, my friends.